All right, now it's going.
Hi, we're going.
Nice.
We're live, people.
So we missed your little
What
intro there,
up?
Steven.
Yeah, we're not live.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
not live?
See,
We're
that's
not
what
live?
I'm talking about.
No, we're recording, but
Oh.
we're not live.
Oh, okay, but we are recording.
Live on CNN. Under the palms.
Dude, we're back again.
Wow.
Hope
All
everyone's
right,
missed us.
all right.
Wow.
Cool.
Well, welcome back.
All right. Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone tuning in.
Yeah.
Our 8 YouTube followers. But you know what? In 5 years, we'll look back on this day and be like, we just did it for the love of it. And then 5 years later,
when
we'll
we've doubled in size.
be hating ourselves. We'll be like,
We'll be at 15 people.
I'm pretty sure about like 75% of our
this table
views.
will be a lot.
I think 75% of our views, and about 3 out of our 3 subscribers are from me.
Oh, yes.
So
Probably fair.
Creating different accounts.
yeah,
I
I'm
shared it to
carrying
one.
everyone right now.
I shared it to one group chat.
Yeah.
We gotta
That's
send
why I
it-
said 75% because as of last night, I was 100%.
I subbed last night.
I'll do a post on the Instagram, on my multiple grams.
I think I'm just gonna create a playlist with just our podcast playing on loop. I'm just gonna leave the computer upstairs.
Nice.
Just playing 24/7
Fuck yeah.
till
Hell
till we
yeah.
get some views.
We got Justin here with some
Dope.
sick drip. He always wears something cool every time.
Oh, thank
Today
you.
it's the gold rose cream glasses with the VA hat combo.
I
Ruka.
appreciate that.
Oh,
they're
thank you.
yeah, they're pretty nice.
Thank you.
You know,
do
actually,
they make them in a men's style?
oh,
You know what I was waiting?
Shout out.
I was actually waiting
Shout
for
out
someone to
Blenders.
say that. Yeah,
Shout
but
out
it's all good.
Blenders.
You know,
Ruka?
haters gonna hate, but
they are gonna hate him.
and
I just found out, like not too long ago, but what is it? RVCA is actually
Ruka.
Ruka.
Yeah,
it's
isn't that
not
weird?
RVCA, and I thought that for the longest time. I would say RVCA.
I think you and everybody else.
Yeah,
I learned that VNTR is actually venture.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's
Shout out to VNTR.
venture. But no, Ruka though, I was like, wow, fucking
It is really weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you would think they would, the managers or the higher ups would want that known, but they're just like, yeah, they can try it.
Let's
and-
make a name and
They
then
were
spell it
fucking people.
wrong and expect everyone to spell
Yeah.
it right.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
And then make fun of them when they say it wrong. when they
yes,
close.
yes,
You can read.
Yeah.
We can't.
exactly. All right, what do we got on here?
Alright.
What's the
So
first?
Justin, you picked up some kayaks recently, didn't
Oh
you?
yeah.
And you finally took them out for a little spin today.
Yeah, I got a kayak. We went this morning. It was a little windy. It was fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started off nice, but then the wind definitely picked up.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Did you have a kayak, David, or were you?
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Well, I
well,
mean, he was in his.
I was in my rocket
the
launcher
surf ski.
3000. Yeah.
Yeah. That thing, dude. That thing's like a blade on the water. I was. Jesus Christ.
The surf ski.
Yeah.
We saw another gentleman on the same one actually, different model, but the same one.
Cruised right by us.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Didn't say hi or anything.
Yeah, well, on the way back, he said a little something.
Did
but,
he?
yeah, I talked to him a little bit.
I was way far away from you
Yeah.
guys.
Oh shit.
I wasn't struggling, but I mean, it was definitely.
We switched too. We actually did a switch halfway through the paddle.
Oh, that motherfucker is hard.
Try
dude.
that, huh? Oh yeah.
The paddle
yeah.
on the kayak.
He got to. He got
his
surf ski?
Oh, on
ski.
We
yours.
did a switch. So
Holy
yeah.
shit.
So he got to try the surf ski out, and
It was
those,
cool, but
Yeah.
yeah.
For those of you who don't know, the surf ski is like a very long, sleek, fast race kayak almost. Just so people who don't know out there.
Super
And it's-
narrow.
It's harder to paddle.
Just harder.
What was your experience on it? Like when you first got in, what was your?
I felt like I was gonna fall off like 100 times. It's super narrow, you know.
Was
So-
there room for your purse?
There was a little bit of room for his purse.
You're such a dick.
I know Justin's getting beat up. It's-
Yeah, fuck. Right off
we're
the bat,
4 minutes
dude.
in, and
Dude,
Justin's
it's-
already,
I
getting ready to
know,
leave.
Jesus Christ. No, it was. I could see it being really fun. I mean, obviously, I've never done it before, so the balance thing is crazy, man.
The
It's
equilibrium.
whatever it's called, but the balance is nuts, dude. You sit on that thing and you just want to go, over. You start shaking.
It's all in the hips.
Yeah.
You gotta like someone told me it's like a key in a lock, and your hips are you gotta kind of like
Yeah, you feel like you're doing the hula dance in that thing.
some sort of key
Yeah.
thing.
It's gnarly, but it's fun though. I could see it being really cool, like on a more mellower day.
Yeah, the side that side chop was brutal
Dude,
today.
yeah.
Just the waves going into the hull. I mean,
Yeah.
brutal.
It was cool though. We went out to the jetty. There's big waves out there, big boats coming through. It was fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty clear out there.
Couple big
The
waves.
waters.
Couple big ones.
It was scary.
Yeah, it was scary.
But it was fun, man. Yeah, I love the kayak. Purchased it from Tractor Supply.
Shout out to Tractor Supply, our first sponsor, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I wish.
Just
Okay,
kidding.
just kidding.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was fun though. We got back.
His next
One
purchase
piece.
is going to be a tractor from them.
I hope not.
This beer tastes good, but nothing tastes better than not being sued.
Yeah. yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
We don't know what beer we're drinking yet.
Tecate.
Oh,
Tecates.
that's it. I wasn't going to say it.
You're welcome, guys. That was
Little
Not a sponsor.
little free promo there for
Yeah.
Scotty.
Not
Yeah.
a sponsor, but a nice light beer. A little buttery.
there it is. Nice
delicious.
warm beer.
Comes in a good can you can hold.
At my where I went to college, they had a bar on campus, and on Tuesdays they would have Tecate Tuesdays. Where
Nice.
they'd give out, they'd sell the cans of Tecate for $2.
Fuck yeah.
So me
Wow.
and my buddy would go before lab at like noon and just get shit faced for
And then go to class.
yeah, and then go to lab and play with lasers and
That doesn't sound dangerous at all.
What were you doing?
what were we doing?
Yeah. Like in college, we were playing with lasers.
This guy's
Oh,
a
I mean,
genius,
we had-
bro.
I'm not that smart. No, we just had labs that we were doing. So, I
What
mean,
were you-
really, there was a laser pen in the lab that someone ended up stealing and may or may not have in his dresser
Is that you?
right now. It may or
Right
may
now.
not be out of batteries right now, but yes, there was a very powerful red laser in the lab that
Could have
we
blind
got
you.
that we were playing with while we were not doing our lab.
Lasers are the best, dude.
Yeah.
Lasers
It could
are
blind you,
the
yeah.
best.
Fuck.
Yeah, but
Dude.
we were doing stuff like I don't know. It was all like subatomic particle shit. 'cause
There's someone like at the border between Mexico and California that has a high power laser, and I feel like half the time I'm coming back across the border with the boat,
Mhm.
I see this little green laser shining right in the wheelhouse of the boat
Oh.
from land. Like someone up in the mountains always like
Yikes.
almost every time we come back across the border, I see this little green laser
No
flashing.
way.
Yeah, I don't know if it has something to do with border security because I was on an airplane once coming here. And I saw that same green light from that same area
What?
shining at the plane.
No way.
Well, if you do that from the ground to a plane, that's a felony.
yeah, that's like federal shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna track them down.
How do they track those
a little
guys down?
laser.
I always wondered that.
I don't know. It's just illegal. Like, better not be doing it when a cop drives by. You know.
Yeah.
They can pinpoint exactly where it came from. They just look down. Like, oh,
I mean,
there
I
it
wouldn't be
is.
surprised if like those planes had
Like a camera
some
or
sort of
something.
technology to like trace
Yeah.
it back.
Yeah,
Once you get like a steady beam on the sensor, just
like
A
one of
straight
those,
shot
those
down to 'em.
drones they use overseas, for killing people.
Whoa.
I mean the technology's out there.
yeah. There's all
They
sorts
don't
of
kill them. They put them to sleep.
Oh yeah, they choke them
And
out
after
with,
enough people go to sleep, you call checkmate, and the game's over.
Okay.
So that's how war works.
That's how war works. Last time
Alright.
I was in Washington, I went to my buddy's house, and he has like a 5th floor apartment that's overlooking this bar.
Yeah.
And I show up, and he's got this laser light. I show up at night, and he's got a green laser, and he's like, "Dude, you gotta come watch what I do for fun."
Oh
and
my
I
God.
follow him out to the balcony, and he pulls out the laser light and starts shining it into the bar, like on pool tables while people are trying to play pool.
Oh, that's pretty fun.
Damn.
That does sound pretty
Dude,
fun.
it was fucking hours of fun. We did it
No
for like
way.
2 or 3 hours.
What-
People were
what would-
coming out.
what would
like,
people,
getting
like,
pissed.
do?
Were they flipping
People
their
were
lids?
coming out like looking for who it was, but like you could tell when someone's fucking getting mad and walking out.
Walking out
Yeah.
and then he stops.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and then we shine it on the door when they start to go back inside.
Dude,
I mean, what are they gonna do? Like
No,
They're gonna
they have no way to
break
get
into the
up
apartment,
to
get up to the 5th floor, and then bust down your door?
Right.
Dude, so I actually have a story about that. I was in England with my buddy. His
Uh-huh.
name's Josh. And so the way the houses work in England, they're kind of like rows, So he lived in one house right there, and we were on the end of kind of a cul-de-sac, and there was another section of houses behind us. And we were in his room one night. We were having a sleepover, and he has this laser. We're like,
Mhm.
yeah, sick. I think we got it from some toy gun or something like that. It was like a super cheap
Yeah.
laser, but there was a girl that we knew that lived right across from us, and he knew which he knew. I don't know how he knew, but he knew which bedroom was hers in the window.
Yeah.
So there we are. We're kind of sneaking behind the curtains, shining the red laser light in this room, and then we see something moving behind there, and we see somebody spread open the curtains,
Yeah.
and we were freaked out. We went hiding. We were like, oh, we're under the window pane, right? We're just freaking out.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, cool. And we look up, kind of no one's there anymore. We do it again. You know, same thing happens. We're like, oh fuck, we're just laughing,
Yeah.
just killing ourselves. And so about 5 minutes later, we hear a knock on the door, and his mom answers the door, and we hear a gentleman speaking, you know, pretty pissed. But he's like, we kind of through murmurs, we're like, we can hear like you know, we know someone out over there is like shining a light, or you know, we know it's coming from this house, and we're like, what the fuck? And yeah, it turns out it was the dad, and
Oh, shit.
the daughter came and told him, and then he was in the room, and he had seen us do that. we were freaking out, dude.
Yeah.
And I think he actually came. He left. And then Josh, his mom came up, and she just fucking scolded us.
Just
dude,
yelled
about
at
it.
you
Oh,
guys.
we were just like, oh boy. She gave it to us pretty good.
What's one of those moments like in your childhood where you immediately knew you fucked up and you got in trouble for it? I have a solid story to follow this up.
I threw a snowball on someone on the like kind of a freeway, and they stopped, and they like as soon as the lights turned on, they came out and they started screaming at us, and we all ran into the field, and we were hiding in the snow, and he's like, get the fuck out here, get the fuck out here, I got a kid in the car, you trying to kill us? And it was nighttime, and we were just, you know, that's what we were doing.
Yeah.
Just kind of wasting time being shitheads. But yeah, we were freaked out.
I threw 2 gallons of oil over a freeway overpass onto the freeway. Not sure what happened.
Really?
Wow.
Really?
What's the statute
Really?
of limitations on
Yeah,
that?
I know.
Yeah.
Yikes.
No shit.
Yeah, when I was a kid, there was a couple gallons of oil. Someone just changed the oil on their car, just sitting there on the curb. I just went, "What's this?"
As you do. As you do.
Naturally.
Hey, man.
Did you see it actually coat any of the cars or? go under?
No, it was like at nighttime, so it would probably exploded all over the freeway, and who knows what happened. Who knows if anybody got into an accident or.
I remember back in the day there was a four car pileup, and that might have been.
Yeah.
No, I will tell you
Yeah,
this
one time I
time.
was driving and 2 gallons of oil
No,
landed on my
this
windshield
is
and
this
killed
is
my
even
mother.
crazier, dude. I was I was working a tow truck at the time, and I was driving through Morgan Hill. Morgan Hill, for people that don't know, is kind of like the country, and I was on the freeway, and it was maybe 100 degrees out, and I was smoking a cigarette. And I fucking threw the cigarette out the window, and I cruised on, and dropped off this car in Hollister. It took me about an hour. I come back, fucking everything was on fire.
No.
Everything was on fire. Like, dude,
Oh my god.
fields upon fields. I mean, I kid you not, and I freaking out for the rest of the day. I'm like, fuck, dude.
Did you
Dude,
call 911?
No. I mean, no. The firefighters.
Oh, they were
were
already there.
Dude,
Okay.
I kid you not. Everything was burnt for like miles.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
how did this happen so quick?
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know, and
California
probably
grass.
incriminating myself right now. But
Yeah, I know. The police are gonna
got-
come knocking on the door.
I'm driving by and I'm going, dude, this is exactly where I threw my cigarette out the window. And there was, dude, holy shit.
The Morgan Hill fire of '86. I remember that one.
86. Get out of here,
We might have to. I don't know. I don't know what is the rules with stuff like that.
I mean, as long as they don't know we're living up in like Carlsbad, we're fine.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Dude, there were so many fires going on at the time. I mean, I doubt that I caused that fire, but it was weird to see like that exact point where I threw the cigarette out the window. Everything was fine, and then I come back an hour and a half
everything was
later,
not fine.
Fucking everything was on fire.
Yeah, it sounds like that was you doing.
It could have been. It could have been.
but it could have been
I-
another guy behind you.
There's
It
no
could've been.
evidence that it was. So
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way to
We're-
fucking find out now.
probably good.
It was
Yeah.
years ago.
yeah,
But
Um,
I just remember freaking out, going,
Jesus
"Fuck, dude."
Christ. Yeah,
I had
no
this.
kidding.
I had this. I did this like. You want to know what the GATE program was in
The GATE
elementary
program?
school?
Yeah.
GATE.
Oh,
yeah.
Gate.
Yeah. It was, I don't know, they had this competition that you would like meet up with like other people in your class after school, and we had this, I don't know, it was this cool little project where we used balsa wood to build a bridge, and then we had to put weights on it to see how much weight it could hold.
Oh, sick.
But so it was this group of people, and one of them was this girl named, I don't want to say her name,
Yeah.
but this girl that I knew,
Bethany.
and
Sally.
I
We'll just
ended
say her
up
name.
years later losing my virginity to
Oh,
her,
you
but-
did?
Oh wow.
But this is in 5th grade, so not yet. But
Nice.
but you know, you guys remember Thumb War?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So there
Classic.
was this game going around in my 5th grade class where you'd challenge someone to a thumb war, and as soon as you start, you pull them in and knee them in the balls.
I never played that one.
That's rough.
And
That's a little-
I called this girl Mia over. I'm like, hey Mia, you want to do? Oh, I said her name. Hey,
What the-
on blast.
all right.
I'm like, hey, you want to do this? You want to do a thumb war? And she's like, yeah, let's do it. Fucking 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare thumb war. Boom,
Kneed her
and
in the
I
cunt.
Racked her in the pussy, dude. She went down like a sack of potatoes.
Does that hurt girls?
Screaming and crying, and I turned to the left, and my mom and her mom are 10 feet away, staring right at me.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
shit.
What?
Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
Yeah,
How do you
Holy
explain that
shit.
I
one?
got in a lot of trouble. They
Oh,
were
I'm sure.
pissed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you not know that?
That's
both
awkward.
Your mom and her mom were there.
I just assumed that because at that point I knew girls didn't have balls, that it wouldn't hurt her
It wouldn't hurt her.
as much as it would hurt a guy. So I thought it would be funny.
You hit,
It's
her,
just,
you hit her right on the bean.
yeah, it's just one of those.
like that,
It's
actually.
one of those moments where your parents ask you like, what were you thinking? And you just genuinely don't know what the fuck you were
Oh,
thinking.
dude, and then
Yeah.
her
I just-
parents were
I
there?
Just
wasn't.
wasn't thinking.
My brain was blank for 45 seconds, Mom. I swear.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're just a
Oh,
bad
man.
kid, dude.
Yeah.
You just are you still doing that these days, or?
Only if they deserve it.
True. Bring them right in. bring
Remember
that
to
back.
never challenge you to a thumb war.
Yeah. No shit.
Yeah,
dude.
I always win.
yeah, no kidding.
Yikes.
Undefeated.
Do you remember kind of after does she get up and then the parents come over like looking at you like what?
Not really. I kind of got yelled at by her mom and then by my mom.
Oh,
like,
her mom yelled at you.
Yeah, like Stephen, what was that? And then, but we still had to compete in the competition. So we had like 20 minutes to get ready and go inside and like, you know, do our bridge and then do this whole little like puppet show. And so we kind of had to pull it together real quick. So I think because my punishment was really like delayed a
Yeah.
little bit, I think it kind of like settled down and
Yeah.
I didn't get in as much trouble. But
And then this is
Yeah.
the girl you later hooked up with, huh?
yeah,
Wow, she must have never forgotten that moment. And just,
yeah, actually, so
You're all, you okay down there?
I moved
it's all
away.
mangled.
I moved away from my hometown or where I grew up, and like maybe, I mean, honestly, like
Undisclosed
6 months
location.
after that, and then I hung out with her one time in middle school, and then like one time again later on when I don't know. I had talked to her twice since that moment, and then
Huh.
yeah, and then
Wow, that's a pretty good story, dude.
Yeah.
Can't say I ever did that before.
she-
Yikes.
I still think about it. It's
Yeah.
a funny story looking back. Like she's fine, but clearly we
Yeah.
made
I
amends.
sure hope so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we're all good now.
What about you, Forrest?
I know. I'm trying to think of
Yeah.
like a good story.
I mean, you
I've
got
definitely,
one at least.
I've definitely like been in those situations multiple times, but I can't think of like a good one.
You never put fire ants down someone's pants before?
No, but I did
Or
actually
put,
actually
poison
put
your
icy
neighbor's
hot in
dog.
someone's underwear.
this actually the whole fire ants in someone's pants, that actually kind of reminds me of another story. It wasn't one I regret at all or ever really got in trouble for. But I remember I was working on this fishing boat back in Massachusetts, and we were out tuna fishing, and we had this deckhand with us who was just lazy, would not get out of bed all the time. He, you know, you have your watches at night. He'd always cut his short by like an hour and then wake the next person up. He'd go up to him. He would, while they're sleeping, he'd find their phone, and he'd hide their phone so they don't know what time it is. And then he'd go and wake them up.
This guy's like next level lazy, dude.
Yeah, no, he had it
How do
all
you get a
planned
job
out.
on a boat doing that?
His dad ran charters on our boat,
Oh, of course.
so it was more political than it was actually.
He went out of
actually
his way
working.
to be lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he had us all planned out. Like his watches were like 20 minutes sometimes.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and anytime he would do a full watch, other passengers would tell me in the morning, yeah, he sat down outside and went to sleep and set an alarm on his phone to wake up the next guy.
Oh, that's dangerous.
which
dude.
messed up our fishing because you're supposed to be throwing chum all night so that the fish, you know, stick around the boat and come to the boat to set yourself up for a good night bite. And yeah, he would sleep and he went into it. But anyways, I remember this one morning. We're all up except for him, and we have this crazy, you know, Dorado bite going on where I think we ended up catching like 200 something within like an hour, and we're just throwing them on the boat like crazy. And I went to wake him up to give us a hand. I went and shook him. He wouldn't get out of bed. Went back to sleep. So I went and woke him up again, and he's like, "No, fuck you. I'm not getting out of bed. Like, I'm fucking tired. I stayed up all night," which he didn't. "I stayed up all night. Like, I deserve this fucking break. I deserve this break. I'm not getting out of bed. No,
Oh,
fuck
man.
you. Taking on my tips. I'm not getting out of bed." Just throwing a fit.
What a bitch.
Yeah, and this, this had gone on for a while with him doing stuff like this. So we caught this little tiny Dorado, and when you catch Dorado and they hit the deck, all they do is flop. They flop around like crazy. I mean, they'll jump pretty high, and they hit you and it hurts. Their tails sting. You got to be real
How
careful
big
with
are
them. I mean, they'll get pretty good size. About
17 inches.
no more than that.
Oh, more than that?
Yeah, you'll get them to like almost my height.
Oh,
wow.
okay. I
Yeah,
was wrong.
maybe a little shorter than that.
No wonder
but
their tails hurt.
yeah,
Yeah.
but this was a little one. But they have a lot of energy where they just flop around like crazy.
Like a halibut.
Yeah, and yeah, they're flat, they're slimy, they're tough to grab when they're flopping around. So, anyways, we caught this little one. And I was like so just fed up with this guy. So you know what? I don't fucking care. So me and this other guy went into where he was sleeping.
Oh God.
One guy held open his sleeping bag while I held the fish. He opened it up just enough, so I slid the fish in there, just threw it down into his sleeping bag while he was sleeping, and the fish just went off. And this guy jumped out, like,
my.
the bunks are like three, they're stacked in three, so he was on the bottom one. And this guy jumped up, went through the next bunk because the boards are just kind of laying there. So he pushed the boards out of the bunk under him, trying to jump out of his bunk. Had the mattress pushed up, jumped out. Dude, he was so mad. I remember he punched me for that one. He punched me right in the face. But he hit like a bitch. So it really didn't hurt. I was just like, whatever, dude. Like, fuck you. Get your ass out of here. We're fucking busy. And he was just pissed off the rest of the day. But it was well deserved.
But he got
Yeah.
up.
He did get up. It did work. It did in fact work. And yeah, we still docked his pay for that, just being
How long
lazy.
did he work with you guys after that for? Did he just one
he-
season or what?
No. He was there for probably 3 seasons.
Wow.
I can't
Yeah.
even believe that.
I mean, it's tough, especially over there on the East Coast. It's tough to get deckhands in general.
Yeah, right.
And he did kind of know what he was doing. When he would work,
Mm-hmm.
it was decent work, where he could tie the rigs and stuff. He knew what he was talking about when it came to fishing.
Got it.
So he was all right. He was just lazy, just always looking for a way out of work. Always passing blame. Couldn't trust him. So he was a nuisance to have on the boat, but at the same time, it's better than some of the other options.
Yeah.
You could either have him there and it's a warm body that can actually do some stuff every now and again, or you can pretty much have no one else there.
we had fishing with Jeff. There were a couple of times, in my memory where I know that he, kind of slaps you to get you up.
Yeah.
Say, hey, get up. We're setting. It might be like, let's see, maybe like 4 a.m. something like that. We'll be setting. And in your head when you're sleeping like that and you're kind of set in your sleep, you kind of like, did you imagine that? Did I just imagine someone
yeah.
tapped me? Like was
Oh, yeah.
And so sometimes you kind of just drift right back to sleep. But there was you didn't want him coming back again, but when he did, you got up that time.
Yeah.
And like he would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, "Get the fuck up, dude. Let's go."
Yeah.
What are you doing? Let's go. And you're like, "Holy shit!" And he's just like, "Fucking," hit you pretty hard,
Yeah.
And you never wanted to know what the third time would be, but we got up when we
Just
when-
throws you in the water.
Yeah, when it was time to go, it was time to go.
Yeah.
Dude,
And
you'll get up now, motherfucker.
I can't
You
imagine.
don't want to be that guy that
No.
sleeps in.
No, and it's just a shitty thing to do. Like what you're doing, and I
Yeah.
think I can't even believe like the captain or whoever, you guys especially, like,
Mhm.
dude, you when he comes up back on the deck, you're looking at him like, dude, what the fuck, man, and like I wouldn't
Yeah.
be able to live with that, but if he was able to live with that, then
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
he didn't
shows
care.
a lot about
He
his
didn't care at all.
character.
He was like a spoiled rich kid, pretty much. His dad owned a gun shop, taxidermy shop. It's like one of the top rated taxidermists in
Damn.
the U.S. And the taxidermy work is absolutely amazing.
Leave him a Yelp review.
Yeah. No, his dad is a phenomenal taxidermist,
That's cool.
and they run those like safari hunts and stuff.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I think they organize and
In
like,
Africa?
do stuff. Yeah,
Oh,
and
damn.
they do stuff for
I've
that.
seen a couple great ones, like a mountain lion on rocks or something like that.
Yeah,
like crazy
Yeah.
like in
That's
Oregon.
dope.
that's probably
Crazy.
some of his work.
Like at museums and stuff.
He does
Or
work
like
for
in someone's
all
house.
over
At
the
Bass Pro.
Wow.
world. Yeah. Yeah, no, he does like
Some of the stuff you can do is amazing.
yeah.
Like,
a lot
especially when you
of
get-
that stuff is probably coming from him.
Wow.
That's dope.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
you get the whole diorama with the whole, you get the bush, and you really start getting artsy with it. That's where it really starts to
No, that's dope, man.
the artistry.
Yeah.
Artistry,
Yeah. Yeah, and we would always like, because he did a lot of fish work too. So anytime we would get like, structure from the bottom, like rocks or, we had a piece of driftwood or anything, we would always save it for him. Anything like old, like he would use that, like the actual, stuff that we pull off the bottom. He would actually put that stuff in his taxidermy, in his pieces.
I wonder
Just
how
for-
to-
Wait, so
for
you liked his
decoration.
dad?
Oh yeah, his dad is a super nice
He's
guy.
cool.
His dad is super cool, and his dad knows his son's pretty lazy and stuff, and he would always
would
tell
he
us,
do
like
anything with that? Like,
He's all, let me pawn you off on this
yeah,
boat.
pretty much. That's pretty much what he said. He was like, kick that cat's fucking ass, like get him into shape. He's so lazy.
oh
Like,
no shit.
yeah, yeah, and he wanted us to, but the owner was pretty skeptical about it because he didn't want to go too far and upset his dad, and his dad brought us a ton of business.
Yeah.
So it was tough for his dad, or I'm sorry, it was tough for the owner to kind of make that call.
Mhm.
But that is what the dad wanted. But
Yeah.
Well, it
you
seems
don't
like
wanna
he
cross that
didn't-
line.
He didn't really want to be there in the first place.
yeah,
That's
well,
a, that's
he
a crappy
did.
situation to be in.
He did and he didn't. Like the guy, he loved fishing and he loved that kind of work and stuff.
yeah.
But it was more of when it was on his
On his time.
schedule, on
Yeah.
his time that he wanted to do it, not so much on the boat's time and when we actually need him and
I
stuff.
mean, it sucks to wake up when you have to wake up. I mean, we
Yeah.
can all. No one wants to wake up on time for work, but yeah. Then again, once you're up, you're going. Once you're up and going, you're feeling pretty good.
yeah,
But
yeah. It was just and he's a super nice guy too. Like he'll give you the shirt off his back, and he's
But
super
not the pillow
friendly.
off
Unless
his
it's
bed.
at 3 in the morning.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But no, he was also very good with passengers and stuff, and he's very social, talking to people, getting to know people, and he would set up all sorts of stuff for these customers to pretty much take care of them while they were there on their vacation.
Mm-hmm.
He'd go out with them at night and stuff, show them which bars to go to.
Oh,
and-
really? They'd go.
Yeah.
You'd take him out.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
sick.
So he was definitely good in that aspect for sure. He definitely had strengths and he definitely brought some good qualities.
Yeah.
But just not in the areas we really
Right.
could have used.
Really needed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, that's like anyone. They have their strengths and their
Yeah.
weaknesses.
That's true.
But yeah, it would be tough for me to hire him. If I were to hire him, I'd definitely stay on him, a lot more. But yeah.
Well,
Do you guys do you have any like bad workplace fuck up stories? I'm sure.
Oh,
I'm sure we can
yeah.
find some
Where
good
I-
ones around here,
where I
other than
fucked up?
Other than setting Morgan Hill on fire.
oh, I got plenty of those, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hear them.
Well, I know a couple of mine from when we worked together
Under
under
the surf shop.
Yeah. Well, surf shop. Yeah, that place.
Or
Construction.
Yeah, construction.
I think that surf shop one was pretty good, huh? You were
The
there
surf
when
shop
that
one
happened.
is funny. Do you want to tell it or you want me to tell it?
Yeah, sure. This one, I think. All right, let's see. So at this surf shop, we did surf rentals, and people could go in, get the boards, and leave. And so, when they come back, our job is to take the boards, take their wetsuits, clean everything, put them back accordingly, and kind of bilk them out and give them their cards back. But so this one man comes back in. He has his kid with him, and the board's in half. It's one of those, it's one of those foamies. A lot of the shops use foamies, and this one was, no different. This one had 3 stringers in it, I believe, 2 or 3 stringers in it. It was a pretty high
He broke it
quality.
in half?
He broke it
How
right in
the
half.
fuck did you break that in
Oh
half? He took
my
it out. He took it out
God.
to the jetty, which
Yeah.
He's all, you take it out to Mavericks?
2 or 3 foot
No,
waves.
no. we had a few guys like that who wanted to go out to Mavericks. On,
He's
on
all,
stuff
let me
like
get your
that, but-
best foamy.
Well, yeah. So and
Going
so
to Mavs.
he's coming back and sorry, he's coming back and he's just pissed, like
Yeah.
he's like, I don't know how this happened, this it just broke. Like the stringer was wet anyway. The stringer was wet before it, and he's like telling
No,
us
you broke it in the
he's
water.
like feel the stringer, it's wet. You see, so this thing was just not sturdy.
Keep going there.
Anyway, sorry about that.
We'll edit this all out in post.
Yeah, so I
So
remember.
we'll edit it out.
Yeah.
I remember telling him when I was helping him out, right? When he came back in, I told him, hey, go inside, talk to them about it. You can get boards like these for about $100. If you want to buy one yourself, you can get, because I was thinking wave storms, whatever, $100. You can go to Safeway or Costco. I mean,
And he probably took that to mean.
oh,
it'll probably only
he went
be $50
inside
to
and
replace
she
it.
was, our manager, our boss was telling him, hey, this costs like $300, $400.
Right.
It's a body. It was like a body glove, one of those really nice ones.
Yeah.
He goes, the guy outside was telling me I can get a board like this for $100. And she's like, who is telling you that? Ken? And it wasn't him, or there was a couple other people working there. That, I was the only one outside, and I walk in, and then I just remember our boss was just staring at me, and she was just pissed. She brought me. She looked at me. I walked over, and she grabs my shirt, and she pulls me in. Did you tell this man that this board was $100? And I was stunned, dude. I mean, I was like, no. I told him to get a board like that for $100. Is that how you remember it? I just remember her grabbing me, pulling me in, and just like she was mad, dude.
Yeah.
Pissed. Yeah.
Do you remember that? What was it like from your perspective?
Well, I heard the story secondhand from our friend who embellished the shit out of the story. So I take your view a little more seriously than his, because he's a classic exaggerator. But yeah, like from what I heard, she pulled you in and was like shaking you and yelling in your face.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I remember.
But it's like, okay, he still owes the money. He signed the fucking contract. Like he's got to pay you guys back.
Well, you know what? He ended up leaving without paying and getting
Really?
a free hat. She gave him a hat.
How
just because she didn't want to deal with it, or she was over it. She was just I couldn't believe it. Like he was setting such a bad example for his kid, and I was just astounded. And so he ends up leaving, not paying for it. We had to go through all of that, only for him to leave with a nice little hat, for his troubles. And the whole day I was still pretty shaken up. I'm pretty young at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
just
think
like,
you were 18, right? This is like your second job, maybe.
yeah, I think this was after the pizza shop. So, but yeah, I was
Greatest
just,
sound in the world, right there.
That is correct.
man, that whole day kind of threw me off, dude.
Yeah.
And
Do you remember Flavor Restaurant in Half Moon Bay?
yeah, that was a good place. I like that place.
I got in trouble there once. I was the cause of the no cell phones rule, because one time on shift, it was super slow, and I was like downstairs talking to the host, who I thought was super cute, and I was hanging out with her, and she's like sitting there with this little pink piece of paper, and she cuts out a penis shape. It's like maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 inch long pink penis with balls and everything, and she hands it to me and goes like, here, this is for you. And so I put it in my apron, like sticking out.
Oh boy.
And she takes a Snapchat of it and posts it on her story. Right? And then, I hand it back or whatever, and she throws it away. So I think it's done. And then I come back into work the next day, and the owner's standing there at the top of the stairs with his arms crossed, like glaring at me as I walk up the stairs, and I'm like, what happened? I completely forgot this happened. And so I come upstairs, and he's like, Steven, I need to talk to you in my office. And I'm like, all right.
I swear you're not in trouble.
Yeah. Well, no, he made it clear that I was probably in trouble. So he brings me into his office, and he's like, Steven, you're a good kid. You usually don't fuck up, but this time you fucked up big. And I'm like, what did I do? And he's like, well, I got a new app the other day called Snapchat, and I was showing my mom how it worked. And I opened up your little hostess friend's Snapchat story, and I saw I and my mom saw a picture of you with a big pink penis sticking out of your apron in my restaurant.
Oh, boy.
But I don't know. He liked me, so I ended up not getting fired. But I was on like heavy probation for a little bit,
Dude,
and
but
he
you know,
made a new rule:
I
no
feel
cell
like-
phone.
I feel like
in
that's
the restaurant.
not so much your fault though.
Yeah, I didn't post
you
it
didn't
on
take the
fucking
photo.
Snapchat.
You didn't send it.
Yeah.
Everything. She made the penis.
She made
It,
the
it
penis.
can't be your fault for. I mean, what are the odds? He's
Oh,
sitting there
she
opening
got in
up
trouble, too.
Snapchats
She got in trouble
with
too.
his mom.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Like
the
that-
odds on that one are.
Yeah.
Well, you say she got in trouble, but she probably just got a little slap on the wrist.
She
like,
might have gone a little. Well, I don't know.
Probably
Or
not.
He wasn't
like, "We
happy
need you
with
here."
either of us. Yeah.
Yeah, that place was.
I
I
feel
love
like
that
if
place.
no
Such a good
if
restaurant.
no customer saw that, I feel like it's no harm, no foul.
Yeah, only he saw
Yeah,
that.
it's, well,
Yeah.
it's probably because his mom saw it. I think that's what he
Well,
was pissed about.
she's a grown lady. She's probably seen a few pink penises in her life.
I feel
true,
I
she
feel like
has a
that's
son.
not a very big deal.
She has a son.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm sure she probably over exaggerated and just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What
No,
is
I
that?
think it wasn't a
That's
super
so
big deal.
gross.
But in the moment when it was like my first real job and I'm like 17, I'm
That
like,
sounds hilarious.
oh god.
See, I feel like this is where my job differs from a lot of other people's jobs. Where I mean that kind of stuff you get away with. There's really no
Yeah.
like HR, no
Oh, you guys are men, dude.
no real limits on where
manly shit.
on where the line is.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, just a bunch of dudes.
as
on a
long as
boat.
you're doing your job and doing it right, like you're fine.
Yeah.
Like, we always fuck around, we joke around.
That's like you
It-
need that
yeah.
out there. You need that humor because it's a shitty job otherwise. With no humor out there, well,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
has
If,
its
if it's just dry, it's no fun. But
the fun part is talking shit.
yeah, and that's part of like the bonding, with everyone, because you're stuck in a boat with these people for so long. You get close to them. I just mean, I see all these guys, and they'll say the same thing. We see each other more than these guys will
It's our
see their
families.
family. Have,
Yeah,
have ever
that's-
seen their
yeah,
family.
Totally true.
We're
Totally
spending
true.
around 300 days out of the year living with each other. In all these different situations and stuff, and constantly working together. There's really no privacy. I probably know more about these guys than these guys' wives.
Right.
That's
I would
for
be
sure.
I would be shitting on the deck, and one of the guys came out right as I was doing that, and he told me later, like, yeah, I'd seen the crap come right out of you, and I'm like, well, there you go, we're bonded now.
Yeah, it's
So
like
you like shit over the edge of the boat? Or
it's
what?
no big deal.
right in front of the door.
He
So
watched you take a shit?
We closed the door, and so you can walk out and look, but I'm kind of crouched behind the door,
What,
so you have
what
to
are you
look
pooping
down.
into?
A bucket.
Oh,
I've got a
okay.
bucket
Yeah.
with some water in it.
They don't have a head on the boat.
We have a place for it, but we never.
Nobody ever uses the bathroom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's actually like
You just
bare
gotta-
minimum Coast Guard regulation for
Huh.
commercial fishing boats is a bucket
That's
as a
That's
toilet.
crazy, man.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I've been there. I've shit and pissed in
And he's-
buckets.
he's
I mean,
seen
once
the
you're
shit
sitting
come
on the
out of
bucket,
you.
it's fine, but everything before then, you're like, oh fuck, this is gonna suck.
Just
But
don't
once
look
you're
in the
on
bucket.
It,
Just
yeah, but once
hold
you're
your
on there,
breath.
you're good.
Just hold your breath,
Hold your breath.
push hard, and get out quick.
Get
quickly.
in, get out, get ahead.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Hold
well,
your
it's like,
breath,
It's like shitting
push
in the
hard.
woods.
And I would
We've all
recommend
shit in the
I would
woods.
recommend dumping the bucket out. If there's piss in there, I would recommend dumping the bucket before you shit. You don't want any
Oh,
splatter.
to splash.
Yeah, you don't want any splatter.
I would just throw it out anyway, just with everything in it.
Give a courtesy flush.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just over the edge, just floating around. Some sea lions probably chewing on it.
Dude, so Forrest, David was telling me he's seasick constantly when he's fishing. Do you have the
Is
same
he?
kind of thing?
No,
Yeah.
I'm knock on wood. I'm very lucky. I'm actually hold on.
Oh, he's actually
Yeah.
knocking on
I'm
wood, ladies and
fishermen
gentlemen.
are very superstitious, so I take this whole knock on wood thing very seriously.
One of our
Okay.
deckhands from Cape Cod, he came over and he was working with us, and he brought a banana on boat, and that banana was thrown over pretty quickly.
Yeah, that is
With,
that
following-
is one thing I am not superstitious about.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious. Wait,
Bananas.
tell us some of the other superstitions that fishermen have. What else are you?
You can't whistle on a boat.
You can't. Oh,
it stirs up the wind.
I could not be a fisherman because I fucking whistle constantly.
Yeah, no,
You
it
whistle
stirs up
so
the wind.
much.
Yeah.
When you whistle, you're stirring up the wind.
You would be fucked on a
Okay.
boat,
Yeah.
The
bro.
whole butterfly effect thing. I get it. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be thrown overboard immediately.
Immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're sinking.
I mean there are
Don't
different
you want
things.
the wind if you're on a sailboat?
That's if you're on a sailboat.
Yeah,
though.
I'm not
so
on a
is
sailboat.
Is it good juju to whistle on a sailboat?
You probably don't want to be in a storm, so I would say no.
Okay.
If you whistle a lot, you're calling for a hurricane there. Calling for a
Yeah.
Category 5 there.
Changing the name of a boat too, that has a lot of meaning.
Yeah,
then
that's
you
bad
have to,
luck.
You have
That's
to
a big-
rechristen it, right?
You have to, and then any trace of that name anywhere, you have to find that trace and then take it away. Whatever it is you do. If it's on a list somewhere, you got to cross it out. You got to find
Really?
where that old name was. You have to, because it's I forget the main part. It's like Poseidon's. You're on the list, and then once you get that new name on, then it's all back to stage one.
Does he check the list
Yeah.
twice?
Yeah. Well, there's some pretty
Does he
deep.
find out which boats are naughty and nice?
Yeah.
Sounds like pretty much.
Claus.
They go pretty deep. I mean,
It
there's
does go
there's
deep.
lists of them, and it varies from different types of boats too, and different cultures, on what they believe. Like bananas and stuff. That's
What about women? Aren't women not supposed to be on boats?
They're not allowed to have their period
your
on a boat, I
spouses.
Jesus.
Your spouses, yeah, no wives, no girlfriends.
But that was an
Huh.
old sailor thing where you weren't supposed to have any women on boat, like a pirate thing, right? Wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
yeah,
No women.
yeah. It's bad luck.
We had
Um,
women observers on our boat, so and
Yeah,
she
I mean
actually
we've
helped us
we've
out a
had
lot.
women on the boat for sure. It's I think it's more of bringing your wife or
Oh.
your your girlfriend on the boat.
Because you guys will probably fight.
Yeah, it's a distraction, and you
Yeah.
don't she'll end up
Yeah.
in another crew member's bunk.
It definitely
my
is a
God.
distraction. Yeah.
And you're out to sea for like a month, and then
Yeah.
she's cheating on you. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Getting passed around in the galley.
Ooh, child.
I mean, there's a ton of them. Changing your anchor, that's another one.
Changing your anchor.
Changing your
your
anchor is
anchor.
bad luck. Yep, you got to lose
No
your
shit.
anchor. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
so
been a
it
big
has
thing
to
for us
actually-
too.
Huh.
Yeah, anytime on this boat here that I'm on, anytime we have changed our anchor, literally the next drop we have lost the brand new anchor.
No.
Yeah,
Really?
it gets hung up
No
and it
shit.
breaks. It breaks off. Anytime we
Sudden sending you a
preemptively
message.
change it,
Wow.
before it actually needs to be changed.
You
Like
guys
the
should
anchor,
just start losing it. Just start dropping it before you
No,
change it
that's-
out in the middle of nowhere. Right before you come in.
yeah, no.
Cut the rope. Do you
Yeah.
do you
It's
leave
bad
a,
luck. You
do
can't
leave a spare
intentionally
on
lose it.
board?
Oh.
Yeah, we have 4 spares on board.
Okay.
And we have an extra, let's see, 2, 4, 6. We have an extra 1,000 feet of chain.
That's a
We
lot
have
of
spare
chain.
anchor.
Wait,
lines
so
too.
you can't
chain.
intentionally lose it, but you
Right.
have to change it sometimes.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah. If they're not straight, they don't hold
Well,
bottom
that's
so
just
well.
fucked.
Yeah, like
You
the
can't
anchor. The
intentionally
anchor.
lose it, and then you're, you
The anchor we have now, the shank on it. The shaft that
Yeah.
comes up with a line attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
The one now we have, it's bent. It looks like a banana. It's bent,
Hmm.
but we can't change it because it's
Right.
we're still hanging bottom with it. We still get it stuck. Might take a little extra effort.
Hanging bottom.
You're all trying to get
um,
rid of it. Here, oh, come on, just break off.
Yeah, but yeah, if we were to change it, it's bad luck.
Yeah,
That sounds like a term for a girl in a miniskirt. Hanging
Oh.
bottom.
Hanging bottom.
it's kind of
funny.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
there's
that.
a lot of girls hanging bottom around here.
Hell
Yeah. We use a lot of those terms too when we'll go out in places. We'll say, all right, let's throw some bait. Like there's some girls around. It's like you're
Chum
trying to
the
attract
water.
them. It's like, yeah, we'll
Chum the water.
start throwing slow ones. Just subtly start hitting on a girl.
Marshmallows.
Yeah, we used to walk around like, oh, we got one off our our port quarter here, or
Yeah. One of your
we're trying to troll him up, walking around looking for him. We're on the troll.
yeah.
Post up somewhere. You're on the drift.
Mm.
One of your friends who got laid most recently is Captain Ahab for the night. If a white whale shows up, he's the one that's got to take her down.
Oh,
Yeah.
the white whale.
Yeah, actually, we had a. I worked with a deckhand who did. He took down a bigger girl.
A
Oh.
biggin.
Yeah, and we.
I mean, we've all probably been there as wingmen at some point in time. Like you got
Yeah.
the
Gotta
the
jump
duff.
that grenade.
Yeah, you gotta help your buddies out. She wants to stop the party. And
yeah,
you
just,
gotta get her
Yeah.
going.
just a little yes
Yeah.
sir, no sir, and I'll take the fat one.
Yeah.
I
I had a buddy that always went, I'll just take the fat one. I don't care.
Yeah, yeah.
He just
there are
always
guys out
jumped-
there.
he just
And
jumped the
that was
grenade
probably
no
your
matter
best
what.
friend.
Yeah, exactly.
They probably always brought him along.
Yeah, always.
Yep.
He's all, yeah, fuck it, I'll just take the grenade.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Hey,
Perfect.
One time I went out.
they
I
say
went out.
they say fat girls are like mopeds. They're fun to ride, but you don't want to get caught with
You don't
one.
want to be caught with it, yeah.
Dude, one time I went out dancing with a buddy of mine, somewhere in Central California, and we're just dancing alone. I have a girlfriend at this point, and he's solo. But this girl comes up, and she's like, I don't know, she's not that good looking. She's pretty big too, which whatever, more power to her. But she starts dancing up on me, and I look at my buddy, and I like mimic pulling the pin out of a grenade and tossing it to him, and I do that and walk
He's all
away, and then he comes up to her and starts dancing with her,
Nice.
and then
That's a good
For, like-
wingman right there, dude.
yeah, and I got out of there, but yeah,
I got out of there quick
yeah, I'm like,
where that
I can't do
grenade
this.
could go off.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Let's see here. Yeah.
All right. Well, should we take a break? Or you guys
I
want to
think
keep going?
we can go.
I'm
Gotta go
good.
an hour.
I'm good. I'm just.
I'm about to order pizza.
I'm sending some pictures to this guy. I'm brokering a deal on a boat right now, to this guy down in Mexico.
I gotta take a leak.
He's all right. He's buying a boat here in San Diego, so he called me to go and take a look at the boat for him, and kind of go through, look at all the paperwork, and take photos and stuff for him, and make sure the boat's in good, clean order.
Yeah.
For him to buy it, instead of him coming up here to look at the boat, he wants to make sure it's actually going to be worth his time to take the time off from his job to look at it.
Nice.
So he just asked me to send him a couple little photos real quick, and then later tonight I'm gonna, write down all the information on the boat and put together the rest of the photos.
I'm gonna go grab a protein bar. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Let's see.
Just you and me now.
It is.
I was gonna order us a pizza real quick.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that'd be good. I know you and I were talking earlier about things that we buy that we don't
Oh.
exactly need.
Yes.
If
I think as fishermen, I didn't really understand this before I started working,
mhm.
but throughout the years, it kind of became clear to me why maybe sometimes financial issues can occur later
Yeah.
in life if you're not on it. I was never as good with my money as I wish I could have been, but you get all this money up front after a trip, maybe like a couple, maybe like $1,000 on a good trip, maybe more than that, or for me anyway. And you have to put the money away to taxes.
Yeah.
Let's not incriminate yourself here, bud.
No, absolutely. And you get all this money, and as a 20-something-year-old, you're just like, wow, dude, sick.
Yeah, you get off the boat after working a long hitch,
Yeah, and
and
feel
you
like
got all this money sitting around, just kind of burning a hole in your pocket, and you've been stuck on a boat for so long that you got all the stuff you want to do, and you want to reward yourself, and the next thing you know, you've blown through all your money because
Yeah.
you want to go out, you want to have a good time.
Yeah, sure.
All your friends, maybe they're not making as much money. You're kind of paying for them to come and do these
Right.
things with you
Right,
because you
right,
want to
right.
spend time with them.
Totally.
And then all of a sudden,
You're back to square one.
you're back to square one. You don't have any money,
Yep.
and you're just kind of sitting around, waiting for your season to start.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, let's see, I don't regret the things I bought with the money, but I think there was definitely some things I bought that I probably didn't need thinking back.
Yeah,
But I would
I'm
see
right
a lot
there
of-
with you, and
yeah.
I got a little story about it too.
Did you regret
I would
the rollerblades?
no. No, I love rollerblading, man. I would get. I mean, they're a great workout.
Did you tell your parents you were gay?
I did not. Honestly, with the rollerblade thing, like I got such a good workout from those, and
You gotta start riding them, dude.
You
There's
should.
so many
I
chicks
was
riding
telling you
rollerblades
that.
down on the boardwalk.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's just
Get that workout
Fuck
going.
it, man.
that sand, man. I'm worried about that sand on the
Throw the
boardwalk.
spandex on.
Yeah, okay. Well,
He's getting mad.
I'm not.
all right, all right.
It's
No, go back to how you never regret anything you bought.
I don't know.
He's
Go
gone-
ahead.
He's gone quiet now. He's really thinking
He's
hard
so
on
mad
that
right
one.
now.
Oh shit. Yeah, I don't regret buying those at all.
Right on.
Would I sell them? Probably, but if I don't sell them, that's not.
It'd be the last thing I sold.
Yeah. So kind of fairly, I don't know. About 2 years ago, I made a purchase that I kind of regret, and I don't know why I did because I knew what I was gonna do.
A regretful purchase. Is
Yeah.
this what the topic is right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or things that you buy they just didn't need or
Jesus,
didn't use.
dude.
Like you ever buy something expensive and just absolutely not use
It's
it
like my
at all.
life, dude.
Yeah.
I have so much shit. It's retarded.
Yeah.
I should own a home right now, like the
Yeah.
$30,000 millionaire, dude. It's so much cool shit. Don't have a pot to piss in. Anyways, go on.
Yeah. Well, I'm the same way. Like all the money that I make and stuff is all wrapped up in different investments and stuff. So I don't actually have
Well,
any money.
goddamn.
I don't have any money myself, but the money that I do have is pretty much tucked away and saved for
That's
when
smart.
I'm when I'm ready to retire.
Good job, man. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Steven.
That
Yeah,
was tight.
so this purchase that I made, I bought for my old truck, my old 2500, back when I was living on the East Coast. I bought a bunch of like lights and all this stuff for this truck, very well knowing that I'm getting rid of it
Oh,
within the next month.
It's like flipping a kitchen, but
What?
you're flipping your Silverado.
Yeah,
but
so
you're not gonna get that money out of it though.
No, and actually, I bought all the stuff and I never put it on there.
Oh my
It's
god.
sitting in my room right now under my bed. And I
Jesus.
I bought it. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll take it. I'll just put it on the new truck. All these lights. Because me and my buddies, we go off roading and stuff. There's all sorts of trails, and there's nothing to do in Cape Cod
Like
where
light
I'm
bars
from.
and shit.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and there's nothing to do on Cape Cod where I'm from, in the wintertime. So that's kind of what we would do. We'd go out in these fields, have these big bonfires. When I tow stuff, and there's times, especially driving these winter storms, where I gotta get somewhere, down to the boats because there's something going on. There's some sort of emergency where you kind of need those strobes to make yourself stand out.
Yeah.
Just the amber strobes. They
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
have those
I
if
mean,
you're,
you
if you're
gotta
gonna be
have
out in
that.
that kind of weather.
Yeah.
So I got all those and stuff. I went a little overboard just to kind of
You look like a fucking semi truck.
just to make the truck look cool and nice and stuff because I had nothing else to do.
Goddamn
It'd be
redneck.
a project to put those on, be fun. Kill a little bit of the time in the winter,
Sure.
and be able to see while I'm going on these trails, off roading and stuff with my buddies. Pulling stuff. Just all sorts of little reasons where I don't actually need it, but it would just be convenient.
Yeah, sure.
So I spent about $1,200 on all these
Holy
lights,
shit,
these
dude.
modules to do all sorts of different stuff. And I literally got the lights, or no, I didn't even get the lights. I bought them, and
And sold the truck.
no, I moved out here.
Oh.
I bought them, moved out here, and a friend of mine had them.
Put them on your new truck.
Well, I don't want to put them on the new truck. I don't have a use for them on the new truck. Living out here,
Still look cool.
I think it looks stupid with my truck.
Asphalt cowboy.
Yeah, exactly.
Mall crawler.
Exactly.
That's what
I
got.
can't justify it, so I never put them on. So I have $1,200 worth of light bars, strobe lights, pod lights.
Well, let me take a
everything.
look at that. I might buy some of that shit from you.
Yeah, dude. I've had it for about 2 years now. They're just
Alright.
sitting under my bed.
All right.
You got a big boy truck.
That's
You
like
just
a
put
little
some on
monster
there.
truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got everything you need.
Yeah, with the polished tires still.
More shit that I don't need.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of
Perfect.
yeah. Speaking of
Yeah,
this.
the only thing that you need that you can't buy is a job.
Oh, that was a good one.
wow.
That's
really
cute.
really
That's
hitting.
really cute of you to say.
Yeah.
That's cute. That's cute.
Ladies, he's single.
Yeah.
Steven, I think I'm gonna have to
he's
cut
very
you off.
witty. Yeah. He's very witty over here.
Oh man.
Got him right in the.
You know what it's funny about Steven is he can dish it, but he can't take it.
Oh shit!
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Well, I'm not trying to dish it to you, but you're the king of dishing but not taking.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's because I'm a top.
What
He's
does
a
that mean?
top.
Yeah, I'm not a bottom.
Oh,
I don't take it.
you're a pitcher,
I
not a
give it.
catcher.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't take it either way. Okay.
Well then.
That was weird.
Yeah.
I might see a fight here right now.
Anywho,
Topic.
so
Hit us. Oh, go.
yeah, no. Do you have any of the?
I don't. I was gonna say.
You're
Forrest
pretty
Gump.
legit when it comes to. You don't overbuy stuff and stuff like that. You're pretty good at that.
No, I think other than my car and my laptop, which were necessary, I'm like I don't even know what the most expensive thing I've bought.
You're
was.
actually a fucking gangster when it comes to this shit, dude. Like
You bought an axe. Remember that axe?
All right,
You
I bought
did
I
buy
bought an
that
axe
for-
for $90
that was
for
expensive.
a Halloween party.
Yeah,
But still, it was fucking $90.
you used that at the Renaissance Fair too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I damaged a friend's tree with it.
Well, let's
It was an
let's hear
axe.
the story.
Oh well, so I went to this Renaissance fair and I got my costume together, and I think all total, this is honestly like
It was a great costume. By
in
the
the
way.
last 5 years, that's probably the most expensive thing I put together that I wasn't like, that was just like a one-time thing that I'm
you got
never gonna
you got your
fucking
use out of it.
Yeah, but I only use it. I use it twice, and once was for this Renaissance fair, which was that was fun. But then second time was for this Halloween party. So we dress up for Halloween, and David here does this like temporary face tattoo, making me look like a Viking.
That was killer.
Does it with eyeliner. It was super sick.
Yeah.
He gave himself a Mike
Yeah,
Tyson tattoo.
you looked fucking great too.
David
Yeah,
is
it looked
we,
good.
it turned
Yeah.
David is very good.
He was
with,
the white Mike
yeah, with
Tyson.
these drawings.
Literally.
Yeah,
That was fun.
yeah. And so we go to this Halloween party, and Someone asked me if I'm Peter Pan right off the bat because my shirt was green.
Did you roll with it?
Yeah, well, she was trying to be Raggedy Ann, and I asked her why she was the chick from Wendy's.
Nice.
She didn't take kindly to that.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, yeah, we were all drunk and went outside, and my buddy lives in this apartment complex that's got like, it's got apartments on either side, super narrow path, and there's like a tree at the end. So, I don't know if you can picture that, but all the apartments are very close. Everyone can.
I think you
hear
showed us
everything.
pictures of this.
Yeah, and so I'm like, I get my buddy. I'm like, hey, you guys want to go? You want to go throw an axe? And
Well, fuck, who doesn't?
yeah,
Well,
we go out front, and we're just throwing this axe into the tree, and like, dude, it's totally chewing up the tree. Like, this tree's fucked up. It's a palm tree, and and eventually one of the neighbors, like, the light comes on. It's like 2 a.m, and the neighbor's lights comes on, and she goes, "Shut the fuck up out there."
Nice.
Oh, man.
And I'm like,
yeah.
okay, we're just gonna throw it one more, and she's like, "You better fucking not." And I threw it one more time and then ran inside. But I get a text from my buddy the next day saying, "Hey, do you know who fucked up my tree? Was it someone else, or was it the guy who brought an axe to my party?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know, bro."
I think it was your neighbor, the lady.
Did he
Yeah,
not know?
No, he knew it was me.
Yeah.
Like at night, you couldn't really see it. I remember, but during the day, I'm sure it was probably right there.
Yeah,
It
I
was-
think it's pretty chewed up.
I also remember there were a lot of guys who were just missing the tree completely. So
Oh yeah, like, and there's a chain link fence behind it, so it was not quiet.
Oh man. I wonder why the
Axes-
neighbors were so pissed off.
I know.
That
The
was a
axe is
fun
little
party,
damage
dude.
from it. That was a super
you know,
fun party.
I remember a couple girls came up to us and they're like asking if we had the Coke. Oh, you look like you have Coke.
Everywhere I go, people think I'm a coke dealer.
You look like one. You look like the guy
It's
on
the shaved head.
Cocaine
It's
Cowboys.
the shaved head.
It is
It's
the shaved head.
Well, you kind of look
Yeah.
like you're from the 70s.
I guess.
You do.
Ha-
It looks cool.
yeah. Only when I have the handlebar mustache going, maybe.
Remember that one girl, and she actually came up to me that one time and asked me, and she's like, "Oh, you don't have," and we were joking like, "No, we don't have it." She's like, "Oh, okay, for sure." Like, okay.
Yeah.
And we're like, "All
totally.
right, we can go upstairs." And, we're just kind of bluffing, but yeah.
Oh, dude, no. We went to there was an open bar there. And I went and grabbed a fucking can of Pepsi, and I came back and I was like, "Hey, we don't have Coke, but we have something better." And she's like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "We got Pepsi." And she fucking
You got laid.
she like no she
No,
turned
she
him
probably
on.
never
She
talked
turned
to
him
him
on.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She wanted the
Yeah,
drug.
she's like, "That
This
was a good
fucking
one,"
asshole.
and then walked away.
I wanted blow.
yeah.
You knew what I was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Asshole.
Oh, well, next time we should bring Blow with us, and we'll probably get
You guys
get some.
probably have like a foursome.
Probably be cheaper just to buy a hooker for the night.
Right? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Actually,
It'd be
You get to
better
pick, at least you get to
odds.
pick it out.
Yeah.
It. You get to pick her out.
Like,
yeah, that's funny about parties. I mean, we've been to a few parties where we were just kind of over it once we showed up.
yeah. People
Just-
either think we're cops or in the military, or they think we have Coke. There's no in between for me and David.
That's
We're narcs.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's like two opposite spectrums there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why.
But just people who party out here in general, it's a bad vibe, know.
I had a friend, this banging ass chick.
Who the fuck keeps doing that?
I had this really hot
Chloe.
chick that I know. She tried to pay her Coke dealer with a personal check.
Oh, smart.
And I'm going,
She's a
dude,
banker.
fucking white people problems, man.
That's funny.
Just trying to pay your Coke dealer with a personal check.
That's smart though. Smart money
Yes,
moves.
dude.
10 money moves you can do
Yeah, unbelievable,
with your
man.
Coke dealer.
Oh, man.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. No, I can't remember anything. Like, I don't know. I bought my mattress. That was expensive. I just buy food. Food is
Dude,
like
you
my thing.
you,
that I
you
spend
don't
too much
fit
money
into
on.
this realm here because you're like super smart about your money and you buy shit you only need.
Yeah.
And then you sell. You literally sell off everything that you haven't used.
I've
and,
never
like,
be good at selling. I don't know how people are so good at selling stuff.
I sell my
Most
shit
of
all
you
the
guys,
time.
you're
I'm
like,
bad
"Oh
at-
yeah, I just got someone who bought it." I'm like, dude, I've had stuff on online selling
Yeah.
for months, and I just never get anybody to buy.
I'm
stuff.
not
someone
much of a
buy-
seller either. I more so just kind of give stuff away.
I tend to buy shit that I know that's people are gonna want, and that later on down the road, I can sell it for more stuff.
Yeah.
For like more money. I'm
You're
pretty
smart-
good at that.
You're smart about selling it too, though. Like, you
Yeah.
buy a bunch of stuff, but you're really good at like.
I do
selling
buy
it.
a lot of shit, but I get my money back. I sometimes, a lot of the times, make my money more money back. Like, I might have a lot of vehicles, but I guarantee you right now, all 3 vehicles that I have right now, I'll sell for.
Did you ever sell that the white truck?
No, I had a guy that offered me $25,000 for that.
How much did you buy it for?
15.
Wow.
And I'm gonna try to get 30 for it.
Wow.
And I bet you I could. I bet you I can almost get 40 for it. For some
my
fucking redneck will buy it.
Yeah, the fucking market right now is insane. You got it all lifted and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
but even my other little black Toyota, dude, I could sell that thing for triple what I paid for that. I mean, I tend to buy stuff that like I know people are gonna want and stuff like that. So yeah, I might buy a lot of shit, but I mean, I get my money back for the most part. Not saying every single time, but
Yeah, I mean, I bought this bike over here for $250, and I'm trying to sell it for $100, and people are complaining about the fucking.
that is weird to me because that bike is really worth
It's a
more than
nice
$100. Yeah.
Yeah, hey people, check out my offer up.
Yeah, yeah.
The blue Beach Cruiser for sale.
So-
$100.
Killer.
So
It's a sweet deal.
These people, what happened when they came over here to look at it? What was their complaint?
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
silly, dude.
Yeah, so it's these 2 people from Vegas, and I get a text like, "Hey, can you respond immediately? We're leaving for Vegas, and we want to come check out the bike and buy it."
Wait, they
before."
live in Vegas, so they're not
They're
living
out
out
here
here.
for vacation.
Oh, that's why. Okay,
Yeah,
now
but,
I understand.
But they're on their way out to Vegas, and I guess the wife wanted a beach cruiser, so I text them the address, and
okay.
and they come out, or they're waiting on the driveway, and I come out with the bike, and
Yeah.
and it's like the front wheel's squeaking a little as I go up, and I'm like, hey guys, here's the bike. I think probably just fill the tires and maybe grease the front wheel, and you're good. And she's like, oh, well, it looks like the paint job's a little rusted.
No.
I mean, we live fucking 5 blocks from the ocean. So
Dude, if you want a bike without rust on it, buy it in Vegas.
Yeah.
Like you live by the ocean.
yeah,
It's
or
impossible.
buy a plastic bike.
Even you kept that bike inside
Yeah.
and it's still rusted.
still
That's the
rusted.
problem. Don't buy bikes near the
Yeah,
beach.
it's been
or
inside
cars.
the whole time that it's been in my possession, and it did not have rust when I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Silly.
yeah, but so her husband's like, well, it's up to you if you want it. I'm like, honestly, guys, I would take less than 100 for it. I just don't want it anymore. I haven't ridden it.
Yeah.
It's been in my apartment, taking up space, and
Yeah.
I just want to get rid of it. And she's like, no, that's okay.
I'll do anything.
Didn't even bother to negotiate.
I'll give it to you for you
I'll
$1.99.
do anything to sell this thing.
Anything?
Anything. Oh,
You have to be the bottom this time.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta take it. This
the only
time.
you just
exception.
freak
Yeah.
out on them. You just freak out.
That's why he's so good at selling stuff.
Yeah.
Your left eye like twitches when she says that, like that.
God damn.
It's just so
I have
like
to be the bottom.
brutal.
Yeah, that was really weird though. Well, they're from Vegas. They don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's pretty funny, man. But yeah, I mean, you're solid at it, dude. You're like the total opposite of me when it comes to shit like that. Like I'm ridiculous.
Dude, I was telling David this the other day. If I had all the money in the world right now, I don't know like what I would maybe move. Like if I had $1 million in my bank account right now,
Yeah.
I would probably get some nicer coffee. I would.
I believe everything you're saying.
I
I
right
would
now,
put
though.
all
That's
my
the
bills
funny
on
part.
auto pay,
You
and
know-
I would like take my car to the shop and get everything, like make sure it's all dialed in, like make sure there's no oil leaks,
That's a
make sure all
great
the
feeling.
dents are buffed out. That's the only thing.
Well,
I could
the
think that I
funny
would
part
spend
about it
on.
is you have that friend that goes, if I won $10 million, I wouldn't do anything different. That's you.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, I wouldn't donate it. I wouldn't donate it.
He would be
You
the
would just keep living the
he'd be the
same
most
life.
low-key millionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I literally I would stay in this apartment because I
Yeah.
love where I'm at.
Right,
And
right.
now that I'm like comfortable fucking paying it,
I
I'm like,
100% believe this.
Why would I want to leave the second I become comfortable with my monthly payment?
Yeah.
Right. No, I agree,
That's a
man.
good point.
Yeah,
Make it last.
yeah, yeah,
Keep
They
paying
say,
your
you
bills with the job you have now, and
yeah.
yeah.
No, I don't think I would leave.
There's a
Fuck
good
it.
quote that says, when you're on the right path and you change, you've just done the wrong thing. Oh wait, when you're doing the right thing and then you stop or you change, you've just done the wrong thing. And that's very true. I think when you start to get momentum with something like that, and then all of a sudden you think, oh, it's not working, and you change, then you've just done the wrong move.
Yeah.
I think that's true though. I think
Yeah.
sometimes people just do something too quickly, maybe, and then
Impulsive.
impulsive. I think, but
Well, you
everything
look at
takes
all
time.
these people that that win the lottery.
Oh,
And then-
it's like ruin their lives.
Yeah, and they just blow through and become more and more in debt than they were
I get
before.
it though.
I
I
think
get
it's like
that.
Their friends and
80%
family.
of lottery winners are broke within 3 years.
Well, you think
Yeah.
you have so much money, it's never going to end, and then it fucking ends in 2 years, and you're like, holy shit.
you buy yourself
Yeah.
chains and you buy all your family and friends stuff they want, and then you just people come out like your
You
whole
take all
family
his
like
vacations
sick."
and
Yeah,
That's why you immediately hire a financial advisor and give
Yeah.
them all the money.
yeah.
That was I
Like,
googled
any-
like what
any
to
person
do if
that
you win
wins
the
the lottery, yeah,
that was
immediately.
the first thing was like Google financial advisor.
Yeah,
to me.
immediately.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah.
good tax guy.
I always, I'm always behind people at gas stations, and I'm always seeing them buying these.
That's the
these
most annoying thing
and
in the
and in my
world,
head,
dude.
I
Fucking 20
judge them.
minutes to get done.
Yeah, in my head, I'm just
Those
judging
motherfuckers,
these
dude.
guys.
There's always one person working the counter at Chevron.
They're-
Well, and then there's immigrants, and they can't.
Well,
Well,
okay.
I'm not being racist here,
All right.
but they
I'll hear
can't.
ya.
They
I was talking-
can't.
yeah.
They can't. If they win, they can't win the money.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
have
the
to
thing.
be
You
a
have to be
citizen
a
to win the-
citizen to win the money.
yeah.
Huh.
And so you see all these immigrants, and they're buying these tickets, and you're going, dude, I don't think you guys know how this works, bud. You know, why don't you give me that ticket? But
Here, I'll
I'll
cash
split
it for
with
you.
Yeah,
You're like those 2 weeks of MMA
yeah,
classes are really kicking in right now.
Yeah.
Perfect.
yeah.
But I see. These
And you
people
know you
and-
can't win it. You can't. Sorry to cut you off. You
You're good.
can't win the lottery like twice.
Really?
Yeah. And
Well, what are the odds?
so I've heard that before, but I could be wrong.
I think you can. There's a
Can
group.
you?
There's like maybe it's a workaround, but there's like a group of people who play the lottery in California. Like they all go in on tickets together,
Okay.
and they've won it twice.
Oh, they have.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
maybe
maybe
it's
they won a
federal.
different
Maybe it's the
lottery.
federal
Maybe
lottery.
maybe they
You
like
can't win
a different
twice.
person cashes it every time.
Yeah, maybe that, or maybe they played a different lottery.
Imagine all the money they've dumped into those tickets to finally win it.
Dude, remember when it was almost $1 billion?
Yeah.
A fucking $1 billion.
Yeah, dude, it gets up there. It's insane.
Could you imagine that? $1 billion.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
had this
that's
friend tell
generational
me.
wealth.
I had this friend. I was
yeah.
telling him like if I won the lottery, like I'd be happy. And he's like, why the fuck would you be happy? Do you know how much of it you have to pay to taxes? And I'm
Great.
like,
It's
I'm
free
like,
money.
I
So
still get to
what?
keep fucking half
Even
of
if
it.
I had to pay 3/4 of it, you
It
still have free
still only
money.
cost me $20.
Exactly.
That's
Are
the
you
best
kidding me?
investment.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
shit.
I'm like, oh no, I only have $50 million
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free and clear.
Yeah.
They
I don't
always
even
say
want
not-
it anymore. It's not even worth it.
Yeah.
They-
Okay, how about this, guys? So, would you take the lump sum or would you take the payout?
payout.
Lump sum.
See, that's an interesting thing because you never know what happens. Like, you could take the payout, right? Or you could take the payout and
So
then
that's
blow
when
it
they
all.
pay you over
Right.
the
Well,
payout. Is when they pay you over
the-
months, right?
I'm sorry, the lump sum or where they give you money
Yeah, like they
every
feed it to you.
month or year, right?
I would take that for sure. With me knowing how I am with
Right,
money.
but what if something fucked up and they run out of money and then they can't pay you anymore? Then you're fucked.
Yeah.
So you think about that, where it could
Well,
happen.
Are the taxes different?
I don't think so.
It's treated as income, so they like divide it out. I think over your life expectancy, and that's what they give you. So
Yeah.
if it's like in a new tax bracket based on the amount, then
Well,
you'll
for-
get
Well,
taxed.
what
that.
happens if you die sooner?
Right.
Do they stop making
a
the
good
payments,
question.
or
I
does
don't
your
know.
family get it?
I
That's
think
a
they,
good
I think they
question.
keep it.
It's probably
I don't think your family gets it.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
question. I mean, it would be smart to take the payments, but then if something happened where they ran out of money or fucking something, you never know what happens, and then
Yeah.
you don't get the money anymore, and you're fucked. But then if you get it all a lump sum, you're just fucking Puff Daddy over
Yeah,
here.
I mean, it depends on the kind
buying
of person you
yachts.
are.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm the type of person I could take a lump sum and be fine and not blow it all.
yeah.
you
know?
think though?
Well, I'm pretty sure I've come into some decent
No, I
chunks
believe
of
you.
change.
Yeah,
and
you
and,
too.
and haven't gone and spent it. I just take it and
David and I would
move
be
it over
fucked.
to something else.
You guys would, yeah. You
I
guys
think,
would be.
I think as long
good.
as you keep
I think Steve is definitely the best option.
Yeah, yeah,
If,
yeah.
if
for
I
sure.
if I win the lottery, I think Steven might be one of the first people I
Honestly,
call.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think
help
as
you
long as you keep working, I feel like as long as you come
Yeah.
back, you go back to fishing, you go back to whatever job you're doing. I think you'll be all right.
I
could
definitely
turn
keep
that
working. I
$1
mean,
million into
I
1,000
enjoy
real
what I
quick.
do.
Yeah, as long as you do that. But then down the road, you're like, oh well, that apartment looks pretty good. You're, oh well, I guess I could splurge on that apartment. Oh well, I guess I need sofas for that.
I would buy a
apartment.
yacht. Like a
That is
big
one of
fucking
the
yacht,
worst
like-
investments you
It
can
is
ever
the
make.
worst investment, but
And
God
you gotta
damn.
hire a
Especially-
yacht captain.
especially if you don't have an income.
I know.
That
but
is
goddamn,
more of like
Joe,
a tax
invest it,
write-off.
and then use
I
the
know,
extra.
I know.
So if you
Just
have
make sure you
income
can-
coming in
make
on a
sure you can live
business.
the rest of your life.
But I know
And
you
then-
motherfuckers would be like, yeah, I'll come on that yacht around
Well,
the
of
world.
course I would.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's not
you're
my
the one
money.
you're the one that bought it. You don't want to hang out on
I
it
wouldn't buy a
alone.
helicopter though.
If you, yeah.
I cap it off at that.
Yeah.
No helicopter.
I mean, if you bought it, we might as well use it. So
Duh.
You ever go online and then put a bunch of stuff in the cart that you just are not gonna buy, and you're like, oh, I guess I could. I guess I could buy this.
actually buy it.
Yeah.
That's the shitty part.
You just like.
see, I do that. I always like look at stuff.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
I have
Oh
some-
yeah, I want
I have
that.
like
I want
80
that. I
bucks.
want that, and I'll put it on in the cart, and then I'll go and look at the price and be like, okay, so I don't want this anymore. I don't want this anymore. And then all of a sudden, I'd have nothing, and I was like, well, I guess I'm not getting anything.
Good call. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Do I
call.
really
Like
need
I always
vintage
catch
curtains?
myself.
Man, budgets are crazy, man. Budgets are the best. The
Yeah.
best.
The best.
The best. I definitely need to get on a good budget. But
Like,
actually,
I'm-
I think.
You know who to call.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
now I was thinking about this too. The other
I'm
day.
sold on you, dude.
Thank you.
No joke. I really am sold. I see how you work your everything.
You work
and
your
you're legitimately like
leprechaun
that.
magic.
I love it.
Like
Yeah.
you're just
Yeah,
you're
you-
legitimately like
No,
that.
You live that
the
life.
less I'm spending, the better I feel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I honestly could give you $50 million and I feel like you wouldn't take advantage of me.
Well, I wouldn't either.
And you would like literally like
No, I would probably be nervous to take the money because I wouldn't want you to be mad at me if like
exactly
if something happened where it went down.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
But like,
I
dude,
bought a new boat.
yeah,
All of a sudden, Steven's like,
and it's gone.
no, I swear this is a good investment.
Yeah.
No, I've had that happen where like when I was financial advising at the last place I was working, where our old buddy from Half Moon Bay was like, "Steven, you're a financial advisor, right?" And I'm like, yeah. And it was after I quit, so it was right after I like stopped working up there in Seattle. And he's like, "You're a financial advisor?" I'm like, "I was." And he's like, "Well, what if I gave you like 20 grand and like you can just invest it and try to make as much money as you can with it?" And I'm like, dude, if you had said like, give me 20 grand and like let me invest it safely and like show you how it's gonna work out, like manage your expectations,
Yeah.
then sure. But if you're expecting me to get as much return as you can,
Yeah.
then no.
That's too much pressure.
Because then if I try to get as much return as I can and I lose you money, then
Yeah.
I'm that guy that lost you 20 grand,
Right.
and now you're mad at me.
You're smart, man.
How do you win that then? How do you?
Well, you don't.
You have to take
promise-
someone's money that you don't know.
Steven would be taking like $50 at a time and being like, okay, let's see what we can do with this.
Well, no, I mean, like, I would be like, all right, let's take like 10% of it,
Yeah.
and like, let's be risky with it. Let's
Right.
let's see how much money we can
We're
make.
not gonna
but
go
the other
broke.
90%, like, safe.
Because
We're
once
keeping it safe.
once if you're doing risky, right? Once that's working, then you can dump more money into that option, right?
Well, that's the thing is once it's working, like, it might stop working tomorrow. That's
Yeah.
that's the whole
That's what's crazy
thing with
about
it being risky.
That's crazy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the riskier it is, like the more you have to be prepared for it to lose a bunch of value. Like you could wake up and lose a lot more money than.
I feel like it's
Than you
just
expect.
exactly like gambling almost.
Yeah, a lot of people would compare it to that. Yeah.
Do you use any like tools when you invest and like look at different stuff? Like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm trying to remember this one program I was looking at. It pretty much told you and kind of gave you like a heads up on when a good time to buy every stock was or when a good time to sell was.
Yeah, so they usually will like look at certain technical indicators. Like you can tell basically like, you know, if people are buying a certain stock versus selling it,
Mhm.
like you can tell if it's reaching what might be a peak or what might be a bottom.
Yeah.
But the problem is those are kind of like you can tell when the stock is high anyways compared. So it's
Yeah.
like a lot of those technical indicators are like confirmation bias of the stock just being high
yeah.
and don't give you a ton of extra information. So like whenever people sell this idea of like this app will tell you when the best time to enter the market is, or like I'm this guy on YouTube and I know the secret formula that's going to
Yeah.
make you this kind of return.
Right.
Like those people are usually lying to you, and like at best they have a simple like plan that they stick to that generally makes money.
Yeah. Or yeah, I heard a lot of those guys like they'll have one good financial year and then think that they got it all figured out,
Yeah.
and then the next year they'll be terrible because they'll try and stick with that same plan.
Yeah.
And not really look into it and look what they learned.
Amateurs.
Yeah, that's like if you there's this idea of the efficient market hypothesis, which is basically that like if you take any like basket of stocks you want, if you
Mhm.
just buy Apple or if you buy 100 different stocks that you think are great, like over time you will always lose to just buying all the stocks at once. Like you'll lose to the whole market. no matter what, because eventually, like, if stocks keep growing and growing and growing, right? Like Apple goes from 2 trillion to 4 trillion to 20 trillion.
Yeah.
Eventually, it becomes the
Well, it's gonna
entire stock
split.
market. So it'll always tend towards the return that the stock market is getting. So you can never beat the stock market in the end.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So like there's hedge funds that do good for a couple years and then they're shitty for a couple years. There's like, I don't know, but
It's a constantly changing and fluctuating market.
yeah, and strategies change, and like no one expects war in Ukraine and oil prices to explode.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but someone gets that right maybe one year, but then the next prediction they make completely tanks. And
Well, it's luck.
Yeah.
A lot of it's luck too.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these guys that are making money too, or it's a lot of it's luck and hard work.
Mhm.
You know, my dad used to say it was 50% luck and 50% hard work.
yeah, no, I think like you're better off like you got to diversify, so you're better off putting money into the stock market, but then like starting a company or like, I mean,
Yeah.
the best way to beat the market returns is to just have a stable job. Like that'll make you more money than the stock market. will.
Have a steady income.
Yeah.
From
Yeah,
somewhere.
I mean,
a steady
that's-
source of income.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I use the stock market just as like a hope and a dream, more or less, and for more long term gain. Like 20
Yeah.
years down the line or whenever I want to retire.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you're in like a physically demanding career. So if you get to the point where like, your fucking hands are hurting all the time or whatever,
Yeah.
like maybe you can't keep up the job at the same pace. So you would want to have something to fall back on so that you're
Yeah,
fine
I find
financially.
I'm less motivated to spend that money that I have invested
Mhm.
because I don't want to pull it out.
Yeah.
Where if the money was just sitting in my savings or checking account, I'd be, there'd be no consequence to me pulling it out.
Yeah.
Besides losing the money.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but-
where it's in the stock market, I feel like it's in more of a safer place,
Mhm. And the more it's like a
and
little
I
bit
have a
harder
reason
to,
to let it
access.
to let it stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the more
Yeah.
you watch it grow, the better you feel about it. Like it
Right.
gets addicting to watch those numbers go up.
Yeah.
Whereas like, your savings and checking, you're like, oh, I need money for this. I'm just gonna pull it out real quick. I'm just gonna use my debit card and like we're
Right.
good.
You don't even think about it.
Yeah.
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 Where, you use your debit card, you're not really looking at your bank at the time. Where if you're going to pull money out of the stock market, you actually look and see the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like you said, it's more of a process. So you kind of got to plan spending that money because, you got to pull it out within the certain time that the stock market is open. And, then you got to wait for it to clear, and then you got to wait for it to transfer back into your bank account, and then you can spend it.
Yeah, and if you do it for long enough, like you'll have this experience where you'll pull out like 10% of your portfolio because you got to spend it on something,
Mhm.
and then the next fucking day it skyrockets. Like all the money that you just pulled out.
Yeah.
Like I have this vivid memory of like leaving this water polo practice that I was coaching when I was maybe 4 years ago, and I'm leaving and I look at my phone and I have like $2,000 of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's sitting at $5,000. Well, Bitcoin is at $50,000
Yeah.
right now, but I took the money out
No.
because I needed to buy something with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm like,
That's
never
always
again.
the worst feeling because I remember back in high school, like, a couple of my friends and other people had been telling me about this cryptocurrency when it was kind of first becoming
Mhm.
popular, and they're telling me about Ethereum
Mhm.
and Bitcoin and how should I invest in that. And to me, it was new. And I was like, dude, I don't see how any of this is going to gain and make money. So I held on buying it. But at the time, with the money that, I was investing, the money I had laying around, being a fisherman with very little bills and expenses because I'm in high school. The only thing I was really paying was like my phone, my insurance, and my truck bill.
Yeah. Were you living on a boat or were you living at a house?
I was actually at the time I was living in my truck and on the boat.
So low expenses.
Yeah, very low expenses, just pretty much food and my truck and insurance payments.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of money to invest, and I went back and I did the math on how much I would have, and it was some insane number, like
Yeah.
a couple
Are you the-
couple $1 million.
Are you the guy that got a couple pizzas and gave him the Bitcoin?
Oh yeah.
Did you hear
that's
that
a brutal
story? Some-
Brutal.
some dude-
I did hear this
Yeah.
story.
Brutal story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where he had
that's
Bitcoin and he tipped the guy, or he gave the guy
Yeah, he's all,
Bitcoin
can I pay
to
for this
buy him.
pizza in Bitcoin? He's all, sure.
Dude,
Yeah.
he gave him like 12 Bitcoin. Well,
Yeah.
12 Bitcoin now is like,
Got a
what would that
gazillionaire
be?
now.
Yeah, that'd be like
A couple $100,000.
$700,000.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that wasn't me. But
I always heard that by
did miss out.
the time other people know about a certain stock or something like that, it's too late. Like by the time you're hearing it from everyone else, there's really no point in putting your money in because it's kind of already everyone who's made money off that has already made their money.
Yeah, but the good thing with these, financial investors, and people that do that for a living, they're kind of in the loop. I feel like where their buddies are all talking. You could research something, Justin could research something, and Dave and Steven could research something, and Steven could hear something about this new stock coming up. Mm-hmm. And you guys would have no idea, and then he could share that information with you guys.
That's true.
And you guys all get on it together because you're in that loop.
Yeah.
Whereas more of the public people we're doing it independently on our own, and it doesn't really pop up. You don't hear about it till it already takes off, and it's on some sort of headline.
Yeah, they don't have CNBC playing on the boat. Like I walk into the office, there's 7 TVs playing different stock news stations so it's constantly in my head.
Yeah.
But there's this old saying like in the market, buy the rumor, sell the news. So like when you kind of hear a rumor like, oh, this thing's gonna take off, like you buy it, and then when the news comes out is when you sell it, because when the news comes out is when everyone's piled in and it's already. But at the same time, like dude, Apple's been a company for 40 years, and it's been in the news for the whole time. So when Steve Jobs came out with the first and second, Mac computers, like that was big news. And if you didn't buy the news there, then you missed out on a shit ton of money because you just thought, oh, it'll, I don't know anything about that, and it's already popular, so it's never gonna grow.
Right, but like you were saying earlier, you can't really predict it.
Yeah.
Where that trick
Exactly.
might work the majority of the time, but there are going to be instances where it doesn't.
Well, I think Apple was fucked until Jobs came back.
Mm-hmm.
They fired him once or twice. He came back. He's a marketing genius.
Yeah.
And so the only reason why Apple is what it is today is because of him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. But it's like that's why it's better to, if you're going to buy companies, like buy them off of if you think they're a good company, that where the way they make money is still going to be useful in 20 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Versus oh, Apple, Apple came out with the iPhone 13, like I'm going to buy it now. It's like, okay, like now you have to look at, do you think they're going to be at a point in 10 years where they're coming out with the iPhone 23 and it's this much better?
Well,
like then
the thing with, we'll continue. I don't want to cut you off.
Oh, well, then you think that there's something that Apple will have a place in the future. So that's why you would buy Apple versus like just the news that they came out with a new iPhone.
Apple is something that's going to still be developing and, creating new stuff. While I feel like most of these companies, like they'll have their one hit where like they have this one product that they made. Well, Apple is doing, research, development, innovation, new project. Like they come up with an idea and then they make it a possibility. Yeah. That's the same with, Tesla. Which when Tesla take off so much is because they kept expanding and growing into all these new industries and new technology. Yeah. So they're developing their product. Yeah. But most people kind of make their product, it sells, they hit it on the head, whatever. They made their money, they have a steady income, but they're not growing any more than what they already are, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That adds up. You guys want to call it?
Yeah.
Get ready for water polo.
So. Yeah. You got
I got an hour to chill, but my voice is getting tired.
I just wanted to add this. Steven didn't want to come on the podcast today.
I had to do laundry.
Yeah, you don't want to come on last time. We talked.
I had no time to sit around and talk.
Yeah, I know you had absolutely no time to sit around.
Yeah,
and chit chat.
Yeah, but I mean, we I think we definitely.
Yeah, I think we
covered some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was
a good one.
That was pretty good. Yeah. Well,
cool. Good job, team. High five.
We'll call it there.
Everybody has a good.
It's still a new thing, so we got to work on this whole intro and outro stuff.
Yeah, we'll come up with a good one.
Yeah.
Under the palms. Number 5.
Work that out.
All right.
All right.
Peace,
guys.